Hello, everybody, and welcome in for another edition of the Tully's Good Times with Coach Show. My name is Brooks Hill, and joining us for the first time ever, a Black Bears associate head coach, Mr. John Quinville. Coach Quinville, thank you so much for spending some time with us here on a Tuesday night, and it's an honor to have you on the Coach's Show.
Wow, thanks, Brooksy.
Well, you know, it's not every day you get to interview a first-round draft pick, so I'm very honored for this moment. You have joined the coaching staff officially this year. I know in past that you've been helping Coach Sherwood out with some practices, some player development, and some drill work in previous years while you were still having your professional career, especially during the European season because they're on a little bit of a different schedule. But you were once upon a time a Binghamton Devil, and now you're a Binghamton Black Bear. How does it feel coming full circle all these years later?
It feels good. I mean, yeah, you touched on a bunch of different things there. I just finished my playing career, and I have a really good relationship with Brant, obviously, and I spent a lot of time around a lot of the guys in the last few years, and yeah, I just looking to transition into seeing what I wanted to do next after my playing career, and I wanted to see if, you know, being around hockey, not as a player, was something that I wanted to do, and this is just a perfect opportunity for me to do that. I live here. My wife is from Binghamton, so really was a perfect storm for me to join the team.
Oh, that's awesome. And for everybody who didn't know, Coach Quinville was a first-round draft pick in the 2014 NHL entry-level draft by the New Jersey Devils. And while I would love it if your pro career started in Binghamton, technically it did start in Albany with the Devils there before they made the move to Binghamton in year two. But it's been good getting to know you a little bit more over the last 2 years, I would say. I've definitely been around the opportunity, and then sharing the bus rides with you as well. What's one thing that you are already noticing from the coaching perspective that you've picked up on that different than your playing days?
I would say just, you know, how much like work you put in behind the scenes to try to help the players out. You know, as a player, you're just worried about mostly yourself and just trying to be the best, you know, player you can be. And then obviously you bring that to the team. You're obviously worried about your teammates and what's going on with the team. But for the most part, your main concern is just your game and trying to improve and trying to be the best player you can be every day. And as a coach, you know, there's a lot more preparation involved, trying to figure out ways to help the team as much as possible. And a lot of that it's behind the scenes. It's when the players aren't even at the arena yet, and we're watching video, and we're, you know, having discussions, me and Coach Brant, and just that's what I would say the most is just a lot more work and just a lot more thinking and preparation, and you know, that's probably the biggest difference between being a player and being a coach.
Do you think you watch more film now as the associate head coach than you did when you were playing?
Definitely,
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, when you're playing, you know, typically you're just watching your own shifts, you know. So on a good game, you know, I'm in the, you know, low 20s, you know, depending on where I'm playing or what the situation is. Maybe I'm, you know, getting 15 minutes a game. So, you know, watching your shifts back, that goes pretty quickly. It's only 15, 20 minutes, but you know, when you're breaking down film for our team, you know, specifically for me right now, I'm in charge of the power play, so I'm watching our power play, but also the penalty kill for the other team, and watching it over and over again, trying to find things. You know, I think when you're watching your own game as a player, you know, you don't really necessarily need to watch it twice. You kind of know your game, and you can see what's happening and pick up on, you know, you're just paying attention to yourself. You're not paying attention to what everybody else is doing. You know, but as a coach, you know, that's exactly what you're doing. You're paying attention to everybody, and you know, just trying to find ways that, you know, we can, you know, be better on the power play or 5-on-5, whatever the situation may be. We're, you know, looking at our video, what can we do to improve, and also at the same time looking at the other team that we're going to play. and try to have a pre-scout and get an understanding of their tendencies and things that they do well, things that they don't do well, and try to expose those things.
Sounds like you spend a lot of time in front of the screen watching game tape, whether it be the Black Bears tape from previous games or opponents for pre-scouting as well. You have a unique experience that not a lot of the guys on the Black Bears have, and maybe in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of hockey players who play college hockey or they come straight from juniors have. You actually spent the last couple of years playing in some different leagues over in Europe. What are some differences that maybe the fans here at Tully's or watching live on YouTube at surface level they might not know about the way that the European game, or at least teams in Europe, play versus how teams play in North America?
Yeah, the biggest difference obviously just starts with the size of the ice. The ice is much wider. So, with that comes a little bit of, a change in the game style. Obviously, I think when you're playing in North America on small ice, things are happening a lot quicker. There's a lot more physicality. You're closer to everybody, so there's going to be more physicality. I think European hockey is a lot more skating based because of the bigger ice, a lot more skill based compared to North American hockey. So I think those are the biggest differences. I think in Europe, you're trying to hold on to the puck more. You're going to see less dumping the puck. You're going to see less using of the boards, But in North America, the ice is small. Things are happening really quickly, and I think you need to chip the puck up the wall. You need to get the puck in deep into the corners, into the ditches, as we call them. And in Europe, you're going to try to hold on to the puck more. You're going to try to gain zones with possession more often than not, and that's probably the biggest differences.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is my Hurricanes would probably not do great on European style because they're number one in dump and chase, getting on the forecheck and trying to get after it.
Yeah, the Canes are made for North American hockey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? They're taking on the Rangers tonight, so hopefully they'll have that on the TV here at Tully's.
It's the only place they're going to be playing, so it's good.
Yeah. Yep. So so that is funny. Now the wider ice surface, that is Olympic size, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
We got the Winter Olympics coming up in 2026.
Yep.
Early predictions for the men's and women's ice hockey.
Well, I don't. It's going to be Team Canada for both, I'm sure. I mean, that seems like the obvious choice. No, I'm not just saying that because I'm Canadian, but best talent. I think they have the best talent at the top of the lineup, the best superstars, and then they also have more depth probably than any other team. If you look at it on paper, obviously the Americans have improved every year over the last few decades. You've seen American hockey grow and grow and grow, and you've seen a lot more star players come to the United States, and a lot more players period playing in the NHL from the United States, but also Scandic teams, Sweden, Finland. I've played in those countries. I've seen the development of young players, and they're doing a really good job too. A lot of players coming from Sweden and Finland, more and more every year, that are playing in the NHL. So, but you got to say it's Canada. I mean, with their track record in international hockey, and obviously I'm Canadian, so that's who I'm rooting for.
Across the history of time, they do have the best track record in international events. Long-winded question here. As a Canadian whose home residence is in the United States, who has played professionally over in Europe, what was your take on the way that the Four Nations face-off happened last year, a little four-team small tournament that the NHL kind of put on to get ready for the Winter Olympics coming up this year? Obviously, I know Canada defeated U.S. in the gold medal game, but what did you think of overall that little four-nation round robin?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. As a fan, it was great. I think, they did exactly what they were trying to do. The whole goal was to try to get people excited for the Olympics coming up this year and get them, kind of a sneak peek of what true rivalry hockey is. In the NHL, you're going to have on any given night, you're going to have the Oilers play the Flames. You're going to have, the Leafs play the Canadians, and you're going to have Tampa playing the Panthers, you know,
Yeah.
you're going to have rivalries happen like that. But I think, you know, country to country games, everybody gets excited for it. You know, you have a whole country that's, you know, behind you. Everyone that cheers for hockey anyways is really excited about it. And it was perfect, really. And it probably couldn't have went any better for them, the way they set everything up and just the way the players competed and bought into, you know, playing for their country, and ended up being a huge success. So I think it's got everybody even more excited for the Olympics this year than they probably would have been.
Well, I'm really pumped when that comes along in 2026. Last question about international hockey, and then we'll get back to the Black Bears. I was trying to explain to somebody why Finland, Sweden got like a primetime television spot one night versus USA and Canada playing a little bit of an earlier game during like the round robin stage. And I had to explain to somebody, I was like, Finland and Sweden have a deep rivalry with each other just as much as USA, Canada. And now you've played in both of those countries. Would you say that's true?
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Those countries, I mean, the Scandic countries are all right beside each other. And Finland and Sweden are just separated by a sea right in between them. I'm losing the name of the sea right now, but
it's just water.
Yeah, but they're really close, and they've had a rivalry in sports and in hockey and kind of just in general day-to-day life. The people in Finland and the people in Sweden, they have they're kind of, against each other.
Well, thank you for confirming that for me. I appreciate it. Transitioning back to the Black Bears now. Off to a franchise best. It was 7-0-0, and then on pace for where the Black Bears were last year after 8 games at 7-1-0. Essentially, we are 1/7 of the way through the season right now, and you are along with Coach Sherwood through training camp, and now that we've had a couple of games under our belt, we've been to some different places. What would be your assessment of the team right now through this first portion of the season?
Yeah, I think it's been great. I mean, you can look at the record. Obviously, 7-1 is a great record to have. But I think deeper than that, I think as a coach, you're so worried about the process. You're not so worried about the results. I think, of course, you are worried about the results in a way. But I don't think we're getting too hyped up in where the standings are at 8 games into the season. I think for us, and definitely, the conversations me and Coach Sherwood have are all based around, how can we get better, and, credit to the guys in training camp. I don't know if they were pumped about it or not, but, me coming in, I definitely was trying to stress just constant improvement and constant work and just looking for ways to get better, and putting a little bit more physical stress on the guys during training camp, and then continued now through the first month of the season, just trying to get a foundation and an identity, and just trying to stress to the guys exactly what we want as coaches as far as our identity as a team, and then with that trying to put in place, drills and systems and things that can help us form around that identity, and the identity of a team is all based around personnel. So before the year, we have a look at our personnel, figure out exactly what kind of team we have, figure out what kind of team, how we want to play, what we want to look like when we play every night. And, credit to the guys. They've worked super hard every day. They're still working hard and just trying to improve individually, and then bring the individual, asset to the team, and try to stick to the system that me and Coach Sherwood are trying to implement. And the guys have obviously done a great job. I think winning 7 games in a row to start the season is rare. I mean, I don't know if you see that anywhere. So it's super exciting, and we're just going to continue to try to grow. I mean, you get up into a situation where you're, 7-1 off the start of the season, and I think, instincts maybe to just let off the gas or, oh, let's just keep doing what we're doing. I think it's deeper than that. I think you need to go to the rink every day and figure out ways for the coaches, figure out ways for the players that we can get better as a team and build, build weekly, really, as every weekend goes on, just try to build our team so we're getting ourselves better and better as the season goes on, looking towards the end of the season and the playoffs.
You talked a lot about identity of the team in that answer. What would you say the identity of this team is?
Well, I think we have a lot of, talent. We got a lot of really talented players compared to the other teams in the league. I think our top 6 forwards are as skilled as any other team by far, probably, and then our top 6D are as skilled and good at moving the puck and smart and good defensively as any other team in the league too. We're probably the best in both of those places. And then you take a look at our third line, and it's one thing I'm just so excited about is we call them the identity line. And some of the identity points of the team are hunting pucks, being responsible in all zones. There's a couple things that go with that. It's, playing, as a team. There's a little saying in hockey, it's called 5 in the picture. And 5 in the picture basically means wherever you go on the ice and you're watching on video, hopefully the video guy's doing a decent job and he's keeping up with the play. But 5 in the picture means when you're watching the screen, you're always going to see 5 guys in the picture. And that's how a really good hockey team plays. You play together. You support each other. You support the puck. You're always around the puck. And then just the mentality of, like I said, we have really skilled players. So when they get the puck, they're going to go on offense. They're going to make things happen. And that's kind of when me and Coach Sherwood, take our hands off the wheel a little bit and let the boys play, because we got a lot of talent. And when we get in the offensive zone and on the rush, we can make plays, and we encourage the guys to do that. But as soon as we don't have the puck, it's time to get it back. And the great way to get the puck back is to hunt the puck all over the ice, be relentless. And that's really the identity of our team is, make plays, play on offense, use the skill that you have, but when you don't have the puck, do everything you can to get it back.
All right, so hunting the puck and 5 in the picture, big takeaways there. I'm going to use that this weekend when I can see all 5 guys in the picture. I'm going to reference this moment right here. And shout out to Josh and Gary, excellent camera guys, leading the team for the Black Bears that have been working with the Binghamton Pro hockey team for years, and we really love all the work that all of our video guys do on the nightly basis of our home games. Last question I have for you before we let you go. You've been leading staff workouts after practice, and I want to know how's Coach Sherwood holding up in those workouts that you're leading? Because our hand up, I've been through a couple of them, and they have been extremely sore. But I was never a pro athlete like you and Coach Sherwood was. So how's he doing?
Well, we'd like to see you at a couple more workouts, Brooksy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as far as Coach Sherwood goes, he's doing fantastic, man. From the first week until now, I think we've got 6 weeks in a row of working out all week, touching all the spots on the body. And his improvement is steadily happening.
The stock's rising?
The stock is rising on Coach Sherwood. He's getting in shape, man, and he's starting to feel good. He's looking good, and I think just the same mentality that we try to have with our team, bring it to the coaching staff, and just constant improvement. We're always watching video and seminars and things that we can pick up on, even things that I've heard before a million times over, just getting reminded on different points of coaching. And as a player, you're not so worried about the plan. You're kind of implementing the plan that you're given, into your own game. But, as a coach, you're constantly looking for ways and ideas to improve. And same thing goes with us working out. We're trying to better ourselves all the time. And I think maybe a little bit of an underestimation of, keeping yourself in shape and working out and training and clearing your mind that way all the time, and what kind of impact that can have as a coach.
Yep, absolutely.
And not only as a coach, maybe as a commentator or play-by-play guy or whatever. Maybe equipment manager Jeets has been getting in a lot of workouts. He's got, I think, a couple more workouts than you have so far.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's doing good.
All right. That's fine.
I'm not calling you out. I'm proud of you for getting in a couple times.
I think it is a little bit of a call out. Yeah, I know. Too much Pepsi, probably. That's a different topic. We'll save that one for your next appearance on the show. But thank you so much for joining us here on the Tully's Good Times with Coach show. That is Coach Q, John Quinville, Associate Head Coach of the Binghamton Black Bears. We're going to take a quick timeout, be back, and forward, Austin Thompson's going to join the show talking about his milestones that he hit since the last time we were here at Tully. So don't go anywhere. We're back right after this.
The Black Bears are on the road next week in Port Huron, but return home on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th to take on a brand new team, the Indiana Sentinels. Make plans now to join us on Saturday for the annual Military Appreciation Night presented by our friends at Lockheed Martin. Get your tickets now for both games at binghamtonblackbears.com. A big thank you to all the fans who came out to Tully's with us this past Tuesday, and a friendly reminder that the next Good Times with Coach show will be on Tuesday, November 4th at the Tully's on the Vestal Parkway location starting at 6 p.m. Come out, grab a bite to eat, and enjoy the show with myself, Brooks Hill, head coach Brant Sherwood, and along with some of the Black Bears players as well. Hope to see you then, and have a good time at Tully's.
Attention fans. Looking sharp is a power play. Studio 11 Barbershop, located in Endicott, New York, is your go-to for fresh fades, sharp cuts, and all-star style. Visit our website or call the number below to book, or simply just walk in. Studio 11 Barbershop, where champions get their cut.
The Black Bears are on the road next week in Port Huron, but return home on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th to take on a brand new team, the Indiana Sentinels. Make plans now to join us on Saturday for the annual Military Appreciation Night presented by our friends at Lockheed Martin. Get your tickets now for both games at binghamtonblackbears.com. A big thank you starting and along with
Studio 11 Barbershop, located in Endicott, New York, is your go-to for fresh fades, sharp cuts, and all-star style. Visit our website or call the number below to book, or simply just walk in. Studio 11 Barbershop, where champions get their cut.
The Black Bears return home on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th to take on a brand new team, the Indiana Sentinels. Make plans now to join us on Saturday for the annual Military Appreciation Night presented by our friends at Lockheed Martin. Get your tickets now for both games at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
The Black Bears return home on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th to take on a brand new team, the Indiana Sentinels. Make plans now to join us on Saturday for the annual Military Appreciation Night presented by our friends at Lockheed Martin. Get your tickets now for both games at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
The Black Bears return home on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th to take on a brand new team, the Indiana Sentinels. Make plans now to join us on Saturday for the annual Military Appreciation Night presented by our friends at Lockheed Martin. Get your tickets now for both games at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
Welcome back in, everybody. Brooks Hill along with Mr. 100 and 200, Austin Thompson, joining us here once again on the Tully's Good Times with Coach show. I would like to congratulate Austin on his biggest milestone. He is the first member of the Five Timers Club at the Tully's Good Times with Coach show here tonight. So, Austin, welcome to the club. Thank you for being a part of it.
Thanks, Brooksy. Thanks for having me again.
All right. Well, the last time we had you on, it was before a big championship run for the Black Bears. Obviously, we know how that ended. Binghamton becoming the first ever back-to-back champions in FPHL history. And we thought about having you on last time, but instead we talked to Jacob Shankar, which was a great interview. Jacob did a great job, our first rookie player, to come up on stage, have a microphone, and have a good chat, because we knew that you were getting close to some big milestones. Since the last time that we were here at Tully's, Austin scored his 100th goal as a Black Bear. Now he's surpassed that by a mile, scored 3 on Friday night, almost had a natural hat trick, and then you also hit 201 in career points as well. So big congratulations to you on that. How does that feel, 4 years in?
It's definitely a long journey. I didn't think I'd be playing for at least this long. Maybe like 1 year after I was done college, but not another 3 after, so I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do that. And then obviously the 100 goals, Kirkby was letting me know almost every game how close I was and whatnot, and obviously it's nice to get it at home in front of a crowd that's been supporting the team for 4 or 5 years now, especially supporting me and everything they've done. And didn't even know about 200 points, to be honest. I knew I was close. I didn't know which game I was getting it on, and it's just nice to know that I hit it.
Yeah, well, I'm really glad that you got it at home as well, because if it would have been the night before, it would have been a remote broadcast call while you guys were in Watertown, and that would have done well for the business side of things, let's just say.
Just here to help the business.
Yeah, so, I think I might have a great idea of what's going to be the clip of the week coming up for this weekend's game against the Indiana Sentinels. So I think it's going to be a great time. Obviously, you're the second player in this iteration of the Black Bears to hit that, obviously with Tyson getting it last year. But this year, we've kind of seen you move from wing to center, kind of back to wing a little bit with a couple of the injuries that the Black Bears have been going through. Was the initial plan for you to play center this year at the start of the season, or is that something that you guys, along with Coach Q, who we just heard from, and Coach Sherwood talked about in the offseason?
Definitely not what was talked about. It was coming in, playing wing again, and obviously losing Steph as our second center, you kind of had to fill that role. And with the SB boys, they like their wing. They don't want to play center. And then I wasn't able to play with Kirks to start the season, so sure they decided to play me at center, which, funny enough, when he first got in, I was playing center, and that didn't last long. He moved me right to wing. But I've never played center in my life, and it's kind of crazy. I'm playing it right now.
Do you like playing center better, or do you like playing winger better? Or I don't know if you can answer that question, but...
Hey, I'm just play me. It doesn't matter where, and that's definitely how Schurzy sees it. Obviously, last year I went from right to left, and then kept flip-flopping, and now with center to wing and back to center, it's, I don't know, flex seal, I guess. You can put me in any spot, and I'm just going to go and try to do my best.
Well, there you go. Let's also talk about something really big that happened since the last time you were here on Tully's with us. Got engaged. Like talk about that. This is the opportunity. Give the special lady a shout out real quick.
Yeah, shout out to Vanessa for dealing with me for 9 years now, and she's earned that rock on her finger.
9 years.
9 long years. Yep.
Long, no.
Great, great years.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
great.
Great years. Okay, yeah, I had to catch yourself there. That's really awesome.
She might say long, but they're definitely great.
Okay, and how nervous were you when you were gonna pop the question?
Not at all.
Really? That's good.
Yeah, no. She kind of spoiled it to herself, though. She's Italian, and so the way they are, they don't like little secrets, and they just dig away until they figure out what's going on, and she kind of figured it out, so I had to do a quick backup plan, and she still said yes, so the rest is history.
Oh, that's good. Very congratulations to the future Thompsons. That's awesome, and thank you, Vanessa, for watching. We appreciate it, and hopefully Austin is not in the doghouse after this show gets over with that comment about the 9 years being long.
She might agree, though, but that's all right. No doghouse. So.
That's fair. You've been here for a couple of years now, and this is your 4th season with the team. The Black Bears have been in the FPHL now for 5 years, so a vast majority of the years you've been involved in. What are some things that you've noticed from when you first came in to where the Black Bears are now that are different in a positive light?
Definitely, there's a lot that's changed, I got to think now. Obviously, the fan base has just been getting incredible over the past 4 years. And then the league as a whole has just gotten better. When I was looking at the league and obviously watching old videos of guys that I played with before, the first year that Binghamton was around, and kind of seeing what that was like. And like I said, when I first got here about Fitzy, and I was watching his videos and how Binghamton was like, and now over the past 4 years, I mean, the quality of life here has just gotten a lot better, a lot easier for the players. We have guys doing more outside of the sport itself, like helping us with our booster club with groceries and apparel. They just hooked up Dill with new skate warmer oven for the boys with all the new jets that we're getting, and it's definitely been a night and day difference, I'd say, over the past 4 years. It's been a lot better for us.
Well, that is awesome. Some of the things that I've noticed is not only have people, like you said, like the booster club gotten involved and things like that, but it's I would say the amount of support coming from the outside of the team, outside of the walls of the locker room, has increased a ton as well.
Absolutely, and just like going around public, and now you're getting recognized, saying, "Oh, it's a Black Bear." I mean, I had a kid noticed me outside my apartment a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh, that's the first, and it's just nice to know that the town and the area is following us and supporting us no matter what happens. And obviously winning 2 championships for them was huge, and try to get them a 3rd.
Well, look at you. I mean, Mr. Hollywood, Austin Thompson. So that's pretty good. They were like, hey, that is Austin, right? They weren't talking about your roommate.
No, definitely not the roommate. He was actually with his dad. He goes, I think that's Austin Thompson from the Black Bears. I had to stop for a second to see if he wanted to stop and say hi. So I did, and I think you made his day type of thing.
Awesome.
Told him to come find me after the game for a hockey puck. I'm still waiting to see him, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. 8 games in for the Black Bears, 7-1-0. It's the same exact spot they were last year, record-wise, but they got that loss early. It was the second game of the year, a banner-raising night against the Watertown Wolves. This year, 7 straight to start the year, and then just 1 blemish on the record so far last Saturday in Port Huron. Not saying it's a good thing to lose, because no one tries to go out to a game to lose, but were you guys able to learn anything that you guys have talked about this week so far about Saturday's game, or just, I know Coach Q talked about the process and not just the results, but now you're 8 games in. Any feeling about the way the process is going so far?
Yeah, sometimes you learn more when you lose than when you win, and obviously there's a couple things you got to work on from that Saturday game, especially going to Port, the way they play on their rink with some of the officiating. It was a penalty-filled game and got a little dirty out there, but that's just part of the league. And, it's obviously going on a 7-game win streak is great for the morale, but at the end of the day, you can't win all 56. I mean, we try to, but it's impossible. No one's going to have a perfect record, and I think so far the steps we've made are going down the right direction. We got young, hungry kids in the lineup, and it doesn't matter who's in, we're winning. We didn't have Yates this weekend. We went 1-1. I missed a game. Kirk's been gone for 6 or 7 of the 8. So, guys can just fill roles here, and that's kind of what we're going for. It's the next man up mentality, and everyone's doing their job.
What do you think about the group of the new guys that Coach Sherwood and Quinville have brought in? You talked about the next man up mentality, and we've seen some guys step up and to play some key minutes through these first 8 games.
No, they're great. They're young, so I definitely feel old now, especially when they ask how old I am, and they go, whoa, you're that old? So thank you
feel
for that.
old?
Yes, I do feel old.
Oh, my gosh.
No, they're great. Young energy. Obviously, most of them came from college, and they see the success that we've had, especially as the vets, obviously back-to-back years, and they're kind of learning what we do day in and day out, and obviously it's their first taste of pro hockey, and I think they've handled it great so far.
What are some things that you're looking forward to in this next little stretch? The Black Bears play their next 5 games at home, 2 this weekend against the Indiana Sentinels. Then 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, it'll be the Athens Rock Lobsters, and then a home game with Danbury before going to Danbury on a Saturday night. 5 games at home. Got to feel good knowing that you don't have to travel.
Yeah, it's great, especially after that 13-hour road trip to Michigan, even though I got to see the family. It's a home game for me, but it's just a long bus ride, and it's nice to have those back-to-back home games and kind of hang out instead of playing Friday on the road and then Saturday home, or vice versa. You get to do your normal routine that you would every day, and it's just nice to know that at the end of the night you're going back to your bed and it's another 5-minute drive or whatever to the rink for a game the next day, so it's nice.
Yep, and you mentioned that being in Port Huron basically is a home game for you guys. How long does it take your family to drive to Port Huron from where they live in Canada?
I'd say around 1.5 to 2 hours.
Okay,
so
all right.
It's close. It's obviously closer than 8 to come to New York, but
yeah, it's just kind of like going to the Syracuse airport.
Yeah, we are missing Motor City. That's 30 minutes, 40 minutes backyard game pretty much.
Okay, all right. Well, you play good in front of your family. You had a hat trick the first night, and then you hit point number 200 on the second night. So hopefully the Thompson family can keep coming out, because you seem to do well when your parents and the extended family show face with us.
Yeah, they making the drive out to support me. Gotta make it not a waste of time. And obviously the nephew and the new niece, that was their first game she watched at 2 months old. So they missed the 100 goal. At least she saw the 200 point, even though she not going to remember it. But she's turning into a hockey fan now because the little Charlie's making her one, and it's just a good laugh.
And Charlie, your nephew, correct?
Yes, Charlie's a nephew.
How old is Charlie now? Because I remember when Charlie
3.
was in like the baby carrier coming to
yeah.
the Black Bears games.
Which is hilarious because his first game was when he was 4 months in port, and now Emiliana's first game was 2 months in port. So
So she beat Charlie out.
she beat Charlie by 2 months.
That's funny. That's funny enough. Small world. Talking about babies, but that's really awesome that your extended family support you like that, and they bring the nieces and the nephews to come see you play. And then one day, I'm sure it's going to be a great story when Uncle Austin tells them about his playing hockey days, and you'd be like, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, like you were there, and then you have photo evidence.
Oh no, Charlie remembers. He watches games every night on his little iPad.
Really?
Oh, he makes sure his mom puts a game on. He's got the colors down of who we're playing, so he knows orange is Danbury, blue is the Bad Wolves, and
the Bad Wolves.
It's hilarious. He'll turn off his mom's show to put on our hockey game and just watch it on a random Tuesday night.
All right. Well, that's awesome. That's really nice to hearing about some family in the Thompson lore for you. Last time you were on, we dove deep into video games that you've been playing. I want to know if that has updated over the summer and now into the fall. Are you still doing the same kind of games? Have you found a new one that you like? Anything that you want to tell the people about?
Nope, still the same. I'm waiting for Battlefield 6. I know it came out, but with the Game Pass or whatever, you get it a month after for free. So just hanging on to that, waiting for that to tick down. And Call of Duty is obviously a given, and all the other ones, especially Pokemon. Shout out Fitzy, still playing.
You still playing Pokemon Go with them?
Yeah, why not? Long road trips, something to do while you stop at a restroom or whatever, or take over a hotel and take the gym over there.
All right. Have we changed on what our favorite Pokemon is from the last answer you gave?
I don't even remember what I gave you.
I don't either. I was hoping you did.
No, I don't, but no, I don't think I changed it.
Okay. What is your favorite Pokemon then?
I think it's Charmander. Charizard,
Really?
sorry.
Charizard.
Sorry. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Basic, but whatever.
Yeah, that is basic. Pokemon World is going to flame you if they ever catch wind of this video.
Original one, so you got to pick that one.
Yeah. All right. Mine's Gengar. So
Fair enough.
All right. At least a little bit of creativity there. Next question I had for you. This one comes from Dan from Alberta. He wants to know how Davenport and Adrian went this year. Can you elaborate on that?
I don't know how they went this year. I don't think they played yet. But that's definitely a Dan Stone thing to know, because
No, it's Dan from Alberta, not Dan Stone.
Sorry, yeah, right.
Dan from
Alberta. Definitely knows how Adrian likes to be with the referees between periods, always crying for calls. So that definitely helps swing in their favor. And yeah, I don't know. We're not fans of Adrian.
Okay, understand. Some bad beef between the two sides.
Yeah, I wouldn't say bad beef. Just you know what you're getting yourself into when you play the Bulldogs, especially at whatever arena they're at.
Okay, understandable. Next question comes from Cam from Michigan, and he wants to know what your favorite place to go in Grand Rapids was. And I was told that was actually a serious question, and I was kind of dumbfounded by that.
Well, Cam from Michigan, I'm sure he's got a couple. Buddy's Pizza, I don't know if we're doing food or something, but yeah, he got some good pizza down there, and we always go. It's a good time.
Ooh, okay, speaking of pizza, New York style pizza, or are we going deep dish?
Oh, definitely New York over deep dish, but Detroit has some really good pizza, especially their pepperoni.
Okay.
It's like the cups, and it's kind of a pan.
You know, hand up. I meant to say Detroit
That's okay.
style.
That's okay.
And then I went straight to
what?
deep dish.
New York Pizza does a great job here, and the boys love it. So we'll keep going there.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you guys sure do love some pizza. But back to hockey real quick. One thing that I've noticed is taking less of a beating on the power play this year. Because I feel like last year and the year before, I said it multiple times on air. I don't think there was anybody in the league who took more cross checks than you. Because you park yourself in front of the net, you know it's a high danger area, and that's an area where a lot of times calls get let go because you're standing near the goaltender, in front of the goaltender, in the goaltender's paint, and the defenseman's trying to do his job, clear you out so his goalie can see. Does it feel better not taking as many hits like that anymore?
I don't want to say I'm not getting hit because then I'm going to start getting hit more. I think teams have realized with their shooters that we have on the power play that they can't really lock onto me as much because then the flanks are going to have a better look at the net. So hopefully they keep going that way, but there's definitely some teams that just find the sweet spot under the shoulder pads above the pants, and that does not feel good at all.
I think that's a responsible answer there. With the power play this year, and Coach Q hinted on it that he's overseeing the power play with you guys through the first 8 games. One thing that me and Cole have talked about a lot on broadcast is the first power play unit is 5 forwards. Something that you might not see every day. I wouldn't say it's uncharacteristic because teams will do it. I do think it's odd seeing it early in the season compared to like a playoff time or a playoff hunt for a team. What's something that you notice about having 5 forwards on the power play? Because that's something the Black Bears really haven't done before in your 4 years.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something that we haven't done before, but I mean, it's better to do it now than try to pull it off later in the season. At least you can kind of see what type of look we're getting, and having 5 forwards. I mean, the D definitely don't like that, but that's okay. They're D anyways.
Okay.
Everyone's a threat to shoot no matter where they are, and with 5 forwards, you can kind of play any position where sometimes the D, he might just want to be the quarterback, so he's always trying to go back to that spot, whereas the 5 forwards, we just kind of more fluid. Everyone just knows what to do, and then kind of possession over position. So we get the puck first and then set it up, and I think it's been fine so far. It's been good, and like I said, everyone's just kind of a threat to the net.
Have you ever been part of a team that's done 5 forwards on the power play before?
Yes, back in college and I think junior.
Okay.
So it is odd, but it's definitely nothing new. It's not a reinventing the wheel type of thing.
Understandable. Austin, before we let you go, anything that you want to say to everybody in preparation for this weekend against the Indiana Sentinels?
Just be ready for the Black Bears to get to this weekend and come support us at the games.
All right, awesome. That is the voice of Black Bears forward Austin Thompson. He's hit 100 career goals, and he also has 200 career points, and all those points have come with the Binghamton Black Bears. So, Austin, thank you so much for coming on. Welcome again to the Five Timers Club.
Thanks, Brooksy. Appreciate it.
All right, and we'll see you for number 6 sometime later on. That is Black Bears forward number 25, Austin Thompson. We're going to take a quick time out, talk about Military Appreciation Night coming up this Saturday at the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena to wrap up the show. All that and more coming up. We'll be right back after this.
The Black Bears return home on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th to take on a brand new team, the Indiana Sentinels. Make plans now to join us on Saturday for the annual Military Appreciation Night presented by our friends at Lockheed Martin. Get your tickets now for both games at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Fall is here, and there is no better place to celebrate the season than at the Cider Mill in Endicott, New York. Experience the magic of autumn with fresh hand-picked apples, famous apple cider, and warm, freshly made donuts, perfect for sharing with friends and family. The pumpkin patch is open too, right on site at the Cider Mill. Grab fresh candy apples, homemade pies, and crafted cheeses. Skip the lines and order your favorites online today. Visit the Cider Mill and make memories that will last a lifetime. The Cider Mill is where every visit is a taste of tradition.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
The Black Bears return home on Friday.
A big thanks to Coach Q joining me earlier on tonight's show, filling in for Coach Sherwood, and also Austin Thompson joining me and the first member of the Five Timers Club here at the Tully's Good Times with Coach Show. A couple of details that we wanted to share with everybody, both here at Tully's and then for everybody watching along on YouTube. Saturday night is Military Appreciation Night, presented by our good friends at Lockheed Martin. As you can see, we're going to have specialty sweatshirts and T-shirts with this design. EJ did a great job again knocking it out of the park. There is a limited quantity of each of those, and then once they are gone forever. They will not be a restock. So if you want this very special military appreciation themed Binghamton Black Bears gear, you need to be at the arena on Saturday. Tickets are available at binghamtonblackbears.com, or you can call the office at 607-722-7367. Also, with Veterans Day approaching, we wanted to say a very special thank you for your service to all veterans and active military members. Broome County is filled with a rich military history, and on Saturday, all veterans and military members with an active ID will receive a free ticket to the game on Saturday night. You can claim that by coming up to the Black Bears office on the 3rd floor any day this week between 9 to 5. Or you can also call over the phone and get your ticket that way as well. And they can also have $12 add-on tickets for spouses and other family members and friends. It's going to be a great night. And for the first time this season, the Black Bears will be wearing specialty jerseys on Saturday night. EJ, are we ready for it? Okay. So for all of our friends watching along on YouTube, on your screen right now is going to be the brand new Black Bears Military Appreciation jersey designed by our very own EJ Worth. We talked a lot with Coach Q earlier on in the night about the Four Nations face-off. If you watch the Four Nations face-off, you might get a good look at what the jersey looks like. So that'll be a live jersey auction immediately following the game in Section 1, hosted by yours truly. So if you want to have a piece of history and a game-worn Black Bears jersey, you have to be at the game Saturday night and sign up at the information desk for the live post-game jersey auction. Binghamton welcomes the Indiana Sentinels to town for the first time ever Friday night at 7 o'clock, Saturday night at the same time as well. Our next Tully's Good Times with Coach Show will be on November 18th. That's 2 weeks from tonight. We'll be here at Tully's on the Vestal Parkway, 6 p.m. show start time, and we'll be hanging around. Coach Sherwood will be back. I'll be here, and we'll have some of the guys here as well. So, again, thank you to Coach Quinville and Austin Thompson for joining me on the show tonight. Military Appreciation on Saturday, benefiting Shady Strong. It is a local nonprofit helping veterans who are diagnosed with ALS in their life, helping with financial costs, transportation for them and their families in the Broome County and surrounding areas. So they will be the benefactor of the jersey auction on Saturday night. We want to thank Shady Strong for working with us and Lockheed Martin for sponsoring the night once again. 20 years they've been working with the Binghamton Pro hockey team, and we really thank our friends over in Owego for helping us out once again. So tonight, for my producer, EJ Worth on the ones and twos, my name is Brooks Hill. We'll see you at Tully's again on November 18th. We're live at the arena Friday night at 7 p.m. and then on Saturday for Military Appreciation Night. Have a good one, everybody.